Welcome to my channel. First of all, I like to say before I get started, if you like the contents in this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell because whenever there's a new video, you'll be notified. So getting into what I wanted to talk about today was raising my children without their father in the home. And there are some things that I found that really helped me in raising my kids that I learned at home that my parents had uh, me to do and my siblings to do. And one of the things was we had chores that we had to do when we come in from school. First thing is like we sit down, we get a snack, homework, do your homework from school, and then after that, we do our chores. So, being a single parent and having to have to work too, I thought that was a great thing to implement with my children. And I did. And they had chores as they grew, as they were little, they had certain things they had to be responsible for. As they grew older, then they had other things. But I had to take the time to show them how to do the dishes. We didn't have a dishwasher, how they were supposed to be clean, and how to make their bed up. And I would tell them, oh, don't worry about it if it's not perfect, because you have to keep doing it until you really learn how to do it. Because sometimes they would get frustrated. But it really helped out. And because I had to come in from work, and sometimes I get right into cooking, getting things ready for the next day, making sure the kids got their homework done, have they got their clothes laid out for the next day. And it's a lot. When you could teach them those things to do and even set an alarm clock in their room for waking up when they should, it really helps out. And for me, having my kids, I cooked. We didn't eat out a lot. I found it really helped money wise to just fix a dinner. And my kids really appreciated it, and I taught them, little things here and there, how to do, how to cook certain meals and things like that. But doing that, I think, really helped me. My mother taught me how to cook and how to clean and do things when I was younger. And I didn't like it then, but I really appreciate it now because it's so helped me and my children so much. And I know parents have to work and they don't have time, so they go get a McDonald's or this and that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have to do according to your schedule and your lifestyle. But what I found, cooking helped, and it uh, saved money in a way. I learned how to take certain things and make a meal and stretch a meal and things like that. And the kids loved it. And I think it's a good idea if you can implement it. If you can't do it all the time, it's okay. But that's just one of the things I wanted to share that helped me. And another thing is implementing quiet time for yourself and your children. Believe me, that helped me a whole lot. I mean, things would be so hectic and I get stressed out from the day. I mean, getting up in the morning, getting the kids ready for school, and those that didn't go to school at home, cooking and doing this and doing that. So I started doing this particular thing after I was listening to this guy who's talking about life and, and meditating and things. So I started around about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. I tell the kids, okay, it's quiet time now. We cut the TV off, no radio, no noise. Everybody had to lay down. You didn't have to go to sleep, I told them. You just lay down and rest. So usually, though, they would fall asleep. And I'd lay down too and have that quiet time. And when that time was up, you would be amazed at how calm they were and a whole different attitude. And it was just beautiful. And I love quiet time. It really helps you, especially when your kids are real small and things get kind of hectic and this and that, to have that quiet time. And even to this day, for me, it's important to have that quiet time. So if you can implement that in your day, I think it'll help. That's some of the things that helped me. And it helped me to kind of collect myself. and my thoughts. Because sometimes for me, doing what I was doing, I find myself sometimes getting angry because the dad wasn't there. And all these old thoughts run through my mind. Oh, I'm doing this all by myself, blah, 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 this and blah, blah, that. But then when I have that quiet time, I come to my senses because I knew I had to take some responsibility for my actions and where I am at that point, where I had come to at that point. Here I was, a mother with children, and the father wasn't there. Well, it wasn't all his fault, you know. It took two, and no one forced me, but here I was. So it helped me to have the quiet time to look at myself, to be more calmer, to deal with my kids in a much more calmer way. In fact, my kids even told me, Mom, when you have quiet time, you're a lot better. So to have that quiet time and focus and begin to look at myself and not blaming everybody else for my situation, it was much, much better. So if you can kind of implement some of those things, they might help you. I don't know, but I'm sharing with you some of the things that helped me. And I found the one, all of the other things I told you help, but that one thing, that little 20 minutes or 30 minutes to myself of quietness and the kids being quiet, it helped me a lot. It helped me to be more calmer. It helped me to deal better with their dad and with them. So we have to be honest with ourselves. And I think for me, that's where it began. Being honest with yourself and looking at yourself. And I think to me, that's the answer to changing a lot of things in this world. If everybody would just kind of focus on themselves and their lives and be conscious of themselves in their life, in their ways. This is what I found for me. I asked myself one day, how can I make a difference? I listen at the news and all the things that's going on in the world. I look at my children, you know, they're adults now, and I can't control their lives. And I thought, what I can do is work on me as a person, me as an individual in my life. How can I really help my children or anyone else? If I'm talking about something that I don't even obtain or practice myself, I can't. So I have to first look at me and find that real me and begin that change within me. And when I begin that change in me, and I know that others can see that, and I know I can make a difference. I like that song that Michael Jackson sings, you know, that we have to look at the man in the mirror. All of us do. I know that I have to. I can't keep pointing the finger. Oh, so and so did this. They said that. That's why I did this. They shouldn't have did. They made me feel this way. They made me this. They made me that. No. I had to be still and find Maxine. Find the God that's in me. And those moments are wonderful. And it helps me to get through the day. It helps me with dealing with different situations. And it's wonderful to have some quiet time to yourself and search yourself. That's what I do. I hope I said something that might help somebody. I'm not a doctor, a lawyer. I don't have degrees. I'm just sharing with you my life. And in that, I hope that someone can find some help, that something I said might strike something in you. You have a good day, okay? Take care. God bless.